Mi gente, you already know who it is. It's Danny Limelight. And I need all of you to subscribe to According to Woods podcast on Facebook, YouTube, and all other platforms.
What's good, party people? This is According to Woods, and I have the honor and privilege of having Fierce Females grappler, impresario, Big Fem Vader. I guess we're going to rip apart, or lack thereof, this fantastic dramedy, this hero saga that is Army of the Dead, produced by Netflix, directed by Zack Snyder. Oh man, this is weird. It was cool. It was awesome. It was also weird.
The thing is, I just needed to see the whole tie-in to obviously WrestleMania Backlash to the movie, because obviously cheap plug, because you have to. But after watching the film, it feels like they should have done the pay-per-view should have happened after the film, basically, and it would have, a lot of people wouldn't have been just as mad because what I said happened. Spoiler alert. That's what's going to happen in this whole thing. Spoilers. So if you don't want to know what happened in the film, you haven't watched the film, watch the film first, then come back. Watch it on YouTube afterwards. But the whole film to me was kind of like, it works into the whole zombie-esque. It played towards how zombies are zombies. You don't hack them to pieces like you see on World War Z. You literally just do shoot them in the brain. And that's what happened in the whole of the thing. So, yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. What about you?
Yeah, me too. Apparently, zombies might have wanted my brain, or maybe they don't, because I closed the wrong tab. I was sharing the fucking thing, and then I closed the wrong tab because there was a playing in the background. You were talking, and then I heard the playback and whatever. So I don't think zombies would want the real estate of between my ears, because that was a fucking acidine deal. But no, I mean, it was great. The fact that, so I'm not a movie person, I'm not a zombie person, so I didn't necessarily have any expectations of what it was, right? It's like, oh, Dave Bautista's a member of the wrestling community and whatever, and support that guy in his endeavors, man. It's not like he's oh, let me tell you something, brother, and fucking, Mr. Nanny, that asshole, fucking,
The thing
But
is,
anyway,
I liked Mr. Nanny. Don't diss Mr. Nanny. Mr. Nanny was a cool film. It's better than The Pacifier.
okay, theoretically speaking, I do use Right Guard, the deodorant in the 90s when Hogan, right before the Thunder in Paradise deal, right around Mania 9, Hogan, as he was trying to separate himself from pro wrestling during, and trying to get into acting, Right Guard, the deodorant, had him painting. It's a commercial, him painting, and it's like, hey, if you don't use Right Guard, blah blah blah, whatever, and anything less will be uncivilized. I still use that line in my daily vernacular. That's something I use. Now, do I think, but it still is I can't go like this and not think of Benoit. It's like, it's weird. It's fucking weird, man. But yeah, no, I loved it. I don't have any context to I guess compare it to, because I think I might have saw Night of the Living Dead way back in the day, and I thought I don't even know which one it was. But it was somebody tripped. They were in their graveyard. Somebody tripped, and then they bonked their head on one of the fucking gravestones, and then they become zombie-like. That is it. And I was like, that's fucking clever. That's a clever fucking kill, what have you. But I mean, 20, almost 30 years removed, we had a hell of a lot of classic kills. And to think that Dave Bautista was the only wrestling tie-in, fuck, we had AEW's Luchasaurus as the fucking key. Did you see that? I was like, oh shit, it's Luchasaurus. It might not really be Luchasaurus, but he did have a Luchasaurus-esque mask. So I'm just saying, maybe Zack Snyder's an AEW fan.
No, but I mean, you had the normal point of you have a wrestler in a movie, so they have to get in their one wrestling move. So when Batista picks him up and you saw that power slam, you're like, yeah, he got it in. But I like the kind of mash between almost kind of Reservoir Dogs and an old school zombie film. They were trying to rob a bank, complete strangers. They have to trust each other, and you kind of just saw the relationships through. What broke my heart was the German guy and the black guy. That was just like, that was beautiful. That was poetic justice. Not even justice. That was just beautiful. Like,
yeah, and that's the thing, the impeccable talent of one Zack Snyder, because he humanized the zombies in a way that I had never thought of, and maybe again, forgive me for my recency bias after just seeing the film and then not having too much context in terms of zombie movies, but this is like they had an emotional fucking connection between the zombies, like the king and the queen and everything like that,
and
and
the baby, the zombie baby. Oh,
yeah.
ugh.
And I didn't know, I didn't think you could humanize a zombie just beyond, hey, your loved one gets bitten by the fucking bug, and they're zombie like, right? And this is even weirder too, because so for those who don't know, and I kind of mentioned it off air, I in the last 24 hours went to Vegas, right? I live 15 minutes away from the Lucky Boys where Dave Bautista's character is working, right? So I thought it was really fun in that aspect that I had like a lot like recency context for the film, but yeah, man, this is a masterpiece, and I actually want to go and deep dive, right? Because this is a original piece of content. I saw the Justice League and everything like that, but I also didn't know. I like the last time I followed like comics was when Superman died, right? Because I remember them actually having a casket on a lot of comic book shops and what have you. They actually had a fucking casket for Superman and what have you. So it's nice to see him do an original, what I assume to be original piece, rather than taking a already kind of formulated, like the DC universe and everything like that, and take it and put its own spin on it. It was cool to see him do his fucking thing.
I mean, I like you said, like I want to research into more stuff that this guy has done. I hadn't actually heard of Zack Schneider until this film. Just the beginning opening scene when they're running away from the zombies, and I didn't think that they were going to do it. I genuinely thought they were going to run away. The fact that he crushed a child underneath that crater, it made me jump, because I didn't think he was actually going to go that far. And I was just like, I remember turning to my partner going, he just killed a child. In the first, in the film's just started. First 5 seconds, he just killed a child. Okay.
Oh, it's not. I mean, that's not even it. I like the way that they did this. Where they drop you into the story, right? There wasn't like they didn't fluff. It was, to me, it was almost like a movie version of Breaking Bad. You look back at that series, to me, in terms of storytelling across a a long form drama, episodic deal. I think, to me, but mind you, I've never seen like Sopranos and The Wire or whatever, so I don't have that.
Haven't
Whatever,
watched
but
The Wire?
no, I
Shame
haven't.
on you.
I know.
Shame on you.
I watch a lot of wrestling and MMA shit, man. Like,
So do I. But shame on you.
I know. Well, I know. Yeah. So, I was always trying to stay away from prison, right? So I don't, like the Sentence of Anarchy.
Yeah,
That's
you what not to do.
yeah. The heels, like the Sons of Anarchy, they're always going to be heels in my book, because like they're not going to be kindly to our folk, like Hell's Angels and whatever. It's just like Duck Dynasty. I was like, I already know what the fuck that is. No, I'm not at all. No, I'm good.
Got a point.
Yeah, so it's like watching Hogan all over again.
It's got a point.
Or Warrior promos back in the early days of YouTube.
No, nobody
Yes.
wants to hear those again.
No.
We've washed them from our memories. Warrior Awards.
Hey, be a star. Warrior Awards, be a star.
Be kind.
Rewind? Is that what we're doing? Right on. No, but this is you know, and it was kind of lighthearted, right? But also serious, right? They start off with a newlywed couple and whatever, and what ends up happening, which kind of is the birth of this zombie apocalypse, right? Is guess Felicio in a car.
Well, yeah, actually, yeah, that's how it all kicks off. So I think we've all learned from this movie: don't give head in a car.
Yeah, or it does
Movie
that.
teaches you one thing: don't do it.
I almost
You
felt like
might start the apocalypse.
there's like a female kind of deal where, like, if we do what you want us to do, fucking all hell breaks loose. That's what I got. That was the underlying feel. So I guess, you know never listen to us, the males, is what.
No, no, no,
No,
no.
you
We should
guys.
always go with our instincts. She should have said no. She should have gone against her instincts and just been fine. And that car could have driven, not smashed into that radioactive. Yeah, that freaked me out. I didn't understand. Was he already a zombie or did they create him? Because if they created him, then we should be very scared. Maybe the movie's trying to tell us something. Everybody run. Run
Well,
now. Don't go to
well,
Vegas.
yeah, no, 100%. I'm already out. Fuck that, man. So, here's the crazy thing about it, right? Where, at a time, right? The timing is everything, right? So I don't know how far in production they were pre-COVID, but I think it's just fucking weird that at this time where the COVID and the vaccines and all that, right? I don't want to fucking tinfoil hat it all the way, but you gotta wonder. You gotta fucking wonder. Are they telling us something?
What do you mean? Literally, I think it's the first 5 or 10 minutes. There is a news like reporting somebody on a TV, and they're actually talking about the spread of a virus and how it's mutated. And I'm just like, why are you doing this to us now? Shouldn't you be trying to make us forget? This whole movie is trying to make us forget. Why are you trying to make us remember? We're trying to be past this stuff now.
We'll never be past it, It's never forget, right? Like
I
it's
know.
that's the rallying cry of some, right? Which is horrible atrocity of 9/11. But hey, slavery was also a fucking thing that was atrocious. But
This is
under the
very
rug
true.
swept,
That
under
is
the rug
very,
swept.
very.
But yeah, no, it's so I just love the storytelling in this one, and I didn't think I was gonna get a bunch of and as gory as this fucking thing is. First off, folks, like again, we're getting into it, so there's spoilers. So if you haven't seen the fucking movie, watch it, then come back, right? And don't at me at the fucking DMs because we're telling you this, like the post, the social media blast was saying, hey, we're fucking doing this thing. So you're suspecting and assuming that we're just going to spend an hour and not talking about what happened in the film? No, 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 dear sir or madam, or them and they. You know,
If
this
you
is what
haven't
we're
caught
doing.
up on your Netflix schedule, that's not my business. I've done it.
No, no, but I
Came
didn't
out
think
on Friday.
Friday. Yeah. So the thing about it, I didn't think I was going to get a lot of storytelling. Right? It's storytelling in a zombie film. Like I didn't get it, but it to me there were points of it where the emotional connection between the characters, it almost reminded me of fuck man, like the first time I saw like the Titanic. Like it was those visceral emotions, but obviously different settings, different circumstances. So fuck man, it was good.
I like the visual and the audio like difference contrast to actually what was going on, because most of the time you had like really chirpy, like happy upbeat music playing with a scene where probably about 100 people just got shot in the head. Or oh no, the part that got me to my soul was within the middle when Batista is having that emotional moment with the girl that he likes, and it's like, I won't let you go alone. She turns to the door and the zombie just cracks her neck, and I'm like, that's just cold. Like of all that, like you could have let him have a happy ending. Nope, no, just die, just dead, just dead.
Yeah. Now, our good friend over on Twitch in the UK, DJ Onyx makes his triumphant return. He says, "Well, hello there, according to Woods. Oh, I've missed your face. I've missed yours too. Hi, Aisha.
Hi.
Yeah, speaking of missing your face, can I ask you a question? Are you the face that's on the "We're hiring" banner I saw at the McDonald's today? I even took a picture and sent it to you. So I'm gonna check my
Wait,
DMs.
wait,
No,
you or me? Because it's not me.
it could be. I want to believe it's you. You're in the UK. You're in Scotland. So
I haven't had McDonald's in a while.
okay,
Sorry, McDonald's.
that you don't have to. Like my friend Ian Harris, for the last pre-COVID run of McDonald's commercials, he was the voiceover that they used. Right? He's an MMA coach and a brilliant gentleman. Right? And I'm not saying people that eat McDonald's aren't brilliant. But yeah, you don't necessarily have to like the thing to get a shit ton of money to talk about said thing.
Well, if my face is on it, then I deserve a shit ton of money. Where is my money? McDonald's, have you used my face? I'm very disappointed.
No. Yeah.
His face.
Of all the disappointing shit, the supersize me and all that jazz. Yeah, I don't know. And he gives us context. Yes, that's her according to Woods. Aisha, next time I go through the drive thru though, I'm gonna look through the "We're hiring" posters. So
No, 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 no. Trust me, you won't see my face. I've
okay.
never worked in fast food in my life, and that
I
might be the bougiest thing you ever hear me say, but it's true. I'm sorry.
pinky up. Pinky up. No, and I actually did right. I did a 2 week stint of McDonald's right after my son was born and couldn't get a job to save my fucking life and whatever. And they didn't pay me for the fucking 2 weeks that I was there until I was like almost by the 90 days of the job that I ended up leaving McDonald's for.
Shame.
Yeah.
That's why I don't work for fast food.
Yeah. And be right back. I'll send it over and put it on the screen. It's Adam's face. All right. I got apparently a UK doppelganger, so I like that.
Okay.
No, but okay. So again, there's a lot of gore in this film. A lot of gore. And they don't let you off the hook. They just like, this is what's going to happen. Like, just accept it. Like, we're in this. But the crashing of the cars, but like nothing didn't have reason, right? Even like the deal where they dropped the shipping container on the babies and whatever. Again, it kind of dug into your emotional core. Like, how would you do some fucked up shit to a baby and whatever? But it's a baby fucking zombie. Like, it was so rich, like at every point, right? And it never let go. It almost felt like a Grey's Anatomy episode, if you've ever seen it. I love
What,
Grey's
slowly
Anatomy.
dissecting each and every part of the, yeah.
Yeah. And again, and it's funny because like I was just like, damn, the zombies. They need to be like in Vince McMahon's ear in the writing room because or Zack Snyder. Let's just put Zack Snyder in there and let him book the fucking show, man. Like, at least he'll make it look cool. But like again, the emotional, like, I think I had more emotional connections with the zombies in this film than I did the entire WWE roster in the last three mainstream roster, right? Raw, SmackDown, uh, probably in the last like 3 years.
No, I mean, even like I said, they should have done the storyline for this movie after the fact, not before. It would have meant so much more. Even decapitation scene when the poor queen, that poor queen, you see her mouth twitching.
Yeah, no, and
Uh,
it's it's all weird, man. I wasn't even expecting after they what is it after they killed like whatever. I thought that was gonna be it. And again, it shows my lack of knowledge of all things zombie because like she was still because the brain was still
moving.
intact, So she was still rah, like, and I want to believe she was zombie talking shit like that.
Yeah,
She was just like fucking jabberjawing Kevin Owens, Conor McGregor it. Like who the fuck is this guy? Like that's in my mind, that's exactly what the fuck she was saying. Or she was just like, "Wait, you didn't save me? Yeah, fuck. Like really? You're
our
gonna let
kid
me?
too.
I'm your queen. Damn it! Did they do that to Elizabeth? Any one of them? Fuck no. Jesus.
No, but the thing that made me want to watch it the most was actually hearing about the zombie baby, because someone had put it on their Twitter. I can't remember who it was, and I'd seen it. I was like, they did a zombie. How do you justify? And even though like rationally you cannot, like, there's no way of you making it make sense. It made sense, and you felt like I felt for him, even though he was a horrible person. I felt for him when he took the baby, plunged into her abdomen, took it out of her abdomen, held it, and it glowed and died. Like I felt for him, I really did. So I was like, oh, you lost your child,
Yeah.
you disgusting little thing, you.
Yeah. No shit. Now, DJ Yannick had mentioned about a certain McDonald's advert that might have my face. Let's see.
Let's see.
What say you?
He has hair.
I do have.
Wait, I'll get out of the frame. Bye.
No, you can be in the frame. It's the gal that's next to her.
A smile. I think she did a smile like that. So to the left a little bit.
There.
To the left. There you go. And tilt your head to the side. There you go. That works. Screenshot that. There we go.
Yeah. There we go. So yes, DJ Yannick, you have uncovered the truth. This is all a ruse. Podcasting and everything. This is a shameless self promotion of me as the advert of the UK McDonald's hiring poster. Damn you, you super sleuth! I knew it. Fuck, man, he's better than what was it? The Fandango, the mysteries, right? Like
Oh
those two.
yeah. It's the actual reason why we're friends. I got him a job over here in the UK. He's secretly working for McDonald's. I'm sorry.
That's literally why. Yeah, yeah. No, that is me. It's me. I am in my prime. I'm in my prime. So yeah. So there's that. So all of this is a ruse, folks. I'm the face of the UK McDonald's we're hiring. So hey, if you're sitting at home and thinking, hey, I wonder what it must feel to flip the flap. No, it's not flapjacks. The alleged supposed meat in a McDonald's meal, like, and you're thinking, hey, I want to see what that feels like. I want to be there where you can get fries out. Like it takes fucking 30 minutes if you do it at home, but McDonald's, they have that shit in 30 seconds, right? If you ever wondered and you wanted to have first-hand knowledge and account for such things happening, well, guess what? We're hiring. Just saying.
Isn't it? You're just like Hugh Laurie. You're not really American, are you? You're British.
Let's see.
Yeah, see, he's actually English.
See? And then, right, on to more pressing issues. Let's talk about socks, which I gotta ask, right? DJ Onyx is not here yet, but I want to go. What type of socks do you think the zombies, or actually, Dave Bautista was wearing under his, like, I guess I would assume it would be like Roman Reigns-esque boots, right? That's why I can't dig Roman Reigns as a fucking tribal chief, because he have fucking swamp boots. Everybody in the village is fucking barefoot. What the fuck are you doing?
No, they have swap boots. That's what happens. They've upgraded.
Jesus Christ.
They have. WWE is just trying to tell you. They have.
Yeah,
They've upgraded.
apparently, like fuck like running water or lights and electricity. Boots. That's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So, fucking.
I think he's wearing Thrax the Destroyer boots. Socks. Sorry
I
for
want to
coming
say that there's lunchboxes. There's a lunchbox team.
Thrax
Yeah.
boxes. Oh.
Ooh, that's multi-dimensional, right? A Drax lunchbox themed socks that Dave Bautista is wearing in this movie. This is good. I like this. Fucking love it. Yeah.
Oh, they worked.
Yeah. So, Okay, so do you have a favorite character in this movie and or favorite scene?
I I have a character that I dislike. I don't actually like the daughter. For some reason, to me, she just comes off as a really whiny, like overly like ungrateful person who just had to be there is just to pull on the father's heartstrings. I can't stand the daughter in the whole of the thing. But my favorite character is the woman that flies the helicopter. I just think she's the most honest, true, and she was right from the beginning. Kill him or he's gonna kill us first. She was right. She was right. She said
Yeah,
it. Kill him, or he's gonna do it to us first. If they only listened, they would have. The Mexican woman wouldn't have died.
yeah. Which, funny enough, right? I mean, and in MMA, we've got like Tony Ferguson, right? Like, but I can't remember what her name was, but it definitely wasn't the like the chola that she was presented to be. And don't tell me, don't try and counsel me. No, bandana, fucking the. She almost had like the fucking cat eyes and everything like
True.
that, and the midriff top. Like, no, that's the shit that fucking Gwen Stefani was trying to replicate in the fucking what is it, the Holla Back Girl? Like
Oh yeah.
that's the fucking look. It's the fucking look, right? So that but she had like some name like Skylar or fucking, it was something with an S. It was totally Anglo, which was here nor there. But yeah, I always wonder about like ethnic. Fuck, I mean, the Carlos Mencia, he's a comedian, and he grew up in South America. And once his mom kind of knew that he wanted to come to the States, she named him Ned. She named him Ned, and his last name is Arnell. Ned Arnell, right? They moved
Wow.
to East LA, probably the most like the hub of a lot of Mexican culture here in LA, right? And your name is Ned, and you're not Mexican. So yeah, and I want to say that's the reason why he's stolen a litany of jokes. That's why Joe Rogan counseled him way back in the day and whatever is because his mom named him Ned.
Wow. That's
It's loaded, so fucking loaded.
What about you? Who is your favorites or dislikes?
Tig Notaro. Shout out, speaking of comedy, Tig Notaro. For those unfamiliar with her comedy, she's a comedian, and like there was a documentary either on HBO or Amazon or what have you of her. She had like a breast cancer diagnosis, and she takes you through it all and this incredible set that she had, as and that's the way she revealed her diagnosis. And it's only an audio version of it, no filming or whatever, and just how honest and open she was about her, her struggle with this fucking disease, right? And God, she could fucking, like, her and Batista were like two of, because all of the other folks, nothing against them. I'm saying, I'm not saying that they're not great actors, right? They are, but they're. I want to believe that a lot of the cast in this is professionally trained actors, where Batista and Tig stand out. And I don't remember the character's name, but it was the helicopter pilot. That's
Yeah.
who Tig Notaro played, and Tig Notaro, comedian over 20 years, right? Batista started late in pro wrestling. He was like fucking 36 when he first started training, and then going into movie, like, closer to 50, and starting a whole new career. Like the fact that it wasn't their native profession. Like 20 years ago, Batista was a bouncer,
Yeah.
right? Like those are facts, and the fact that he's gotten to the success that he has, and they both made you feel, when Tig gets shot in the helicopter, and that, crazy enough, my two favorite
So
characters, fucking died within minutes of each other in the same scene. I
I
like,
know.
but it was great. But that's what made it my favorites because, you know, you can't always go for the hero or heroine, right? Like you can I mean, fuck, I love Bobby the Brain Heenan, right? And did he ever manage a champion like in the WWF?
I don't
No
think so.
thanks. Right. Does that make him any less great?
No, of
Yeah.
course not.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. You don't have to, be if acting and entertainment is supposed to, whether it's theater, whether it's movies, commercials, um, music, cult, like anything of the arts, right, is to make people feel. If you want to do, it's the pops, right?
Yeah.
Babyface pop, heel hop, heel pop, right? Good heat, bad heat. If they don't say a fucking thing, the crowd doesn't say a thing, you're in the wrong fucking business. All of it is about emotion, right? So, it whether it's 30 seconds on screen or the entire duration or whatever, if you can get somebody to tap into that, laughing, sad, whatever the fuck, right? In it and captivate the screen and suspend your disbelief. Fuck, man, that's it. And again, the fact that yes, they, Batista and Tig probably had acting training of some sort to, get this part and what have you, but even still, they didn't start out as actors where the rest of the cast did. And I
And
this
they were able to stand out so much.
yes. And again, this is almost a parable for what's going on. Obviously, 2020 was a fucking crazy fucking loop. It threw everybody in, right? But these two show like, two greats in their respective fields, and they took something else on and are great at this. So if you're looking to expand your capacity of what you think you're capable of doing, do it. Do it and do it to your heart's content. Don't worry about the fucking money. Take Natara's first role, Batista's first role probably didn't comparison to what they're making now. And comparison, I was just listening to the Bruce Pritchard and Conrad Thompson do their episode of Doctor Death, Steve Williams, right? The reason why we didn't see him in the States more is because he made more money in Japan, right?
Hmm.
Batista and Tig probably could have made more money doing wrestling and or comedy,
Comedy.
when they first started this kind of sojourn into acting. But they said, "Fuck it, this is the art. I'm going to do it." And look at them now, right? And Zack Snyder, kind of looking at the Wikipedia, he's a fantastic fucking director, right? So for them, this is a role of a lifetime to work with somebody of his mind, and this was a great ensemble cast where this was a collective of artists. Zack Snyder, his vision, his wife is his co-producer, and their producing partner. Like it was a feast of the eyes, And again, you wouldn't think of all the things that we're talking about in a fucking zombie movie.
I know, right? Produced on Netflix for Netflix.
Yes, it's incredible. Oh, I
Uh,
didn't. And in terms of who I didn't like, the fuckhead security guard, man, that was so
oh,
satisfying. That was so satisfying when they fucking shot her
but it
in the foot.
it's
Yeah. Oh, it was right on, right on. That's a
I
heel
just didn't
though.
I didn't understand his point. Like I knew he was there to watch them. I knew that, and I knew he was just literally he's going to be the eyes. But I didn't realize that he just was there to completely screw them over. I knew he was going to watch them, but I didn't think he was going to completely screw them over.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, no. So you're talking about the security of the gentleman who gives the
Yeah.
money. No, no, no. The when they're in the encampment, the fucking horny rapey guy.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, no, no.
yeah. So again, two douchebags get killed.
It's true.
I'm in. I'm fucking in.
He gets turned into a zombie though. That's the horrible thing. I genuinely thought they were just going to kill him.
Right, but the thing about it is, if he would turn into a zombie, right? To me, I think that's almost martyrdom, right? Because like, oh, you're douchebag, whatever. Now you're kind of a hero to the other side, right? And then, so it's to me, it was martyrdom, like if they took that angle. So yeah, Yeah, that's what I got.
At least from watching the entire film now, we kind of know what Batista meant when he was going to bring his friends. In theory, he is dead, but they are his friends after all of this. So, they weren't completely off and wrong on that. So we can stop being angry. You can stop
So
being angry now.
okay, wait. So we covered this a bit, in the WrestleMania Backlash episode, but to kind of rehash it, right? The take on it, because it's all relative to the film, right? Because Batista makes that tweet of, before it, like, oh, my friends are coming down, whatever, right? And when the wrestling Twitterverse came down on Batista, he's like, I didn't authorize that shit. Dave, for all the great acting that you're doing, who's running your fucking Twitter, sir?
He's got a drone like on his. It's drone bot 5243.1. It just randomly tweets things when no tweet is sent within 5 minutes. Just
So then I'm going to fucking every time on Twitch, because I don't bring him up in the comments, but it's like it's a bot going like, "Hey, want to be famous? Click the link or whatever." I'm gonna fucking click the link in this motherfucker, man. Like that's that's it, because that bot tweet is probably more than my profits of AMC right now, and they're pretty good.
yeah. Oh no, I haven't seen my GameStop. GameStop.
You'll be happy. You'll totally be happy.
Would I? Fine.
Yeah,
Right.
man.
2 seconds.
So
You guys stay there for a second. No,
yeah.
joking.
So it's a man again. I want to take a deep dive on Zack Snyder stuff. Now, obviously, recency bias. This is probably going to stand out because he probably had more funds, more resources to him in this, iteration of movies than he did in his first film. But you gotta love an origin story, right? Like in terms of how he's able, and his first film that he, created was a zombie film as well. So it might be cool to play them up against each other and see what he learned about zombies through telling it, from the lens of not a beginner, but like his kind of initial kind of claim to fame to like now where he's an established guy. He was the toast of the town of the 4 hour cut of the Justice League, right? That was, when it got dropped on HBO Max, like that was the fucking toast of the town. And he could have. This shit is like Michael Jackson esque, where he could have just like, man, I did that 4 hour fucking thing. I won 2021, right? And he's like, no, he releases this new thing. Now, obviously, they could have shot it 5 years ago, and then now you know, they're releasing it and what have you. But I'm just saying, like this, like he could have rested on the laurels, much like Michael Jackson could have rested on the fact that he was the lead singer of the Jackson Five, one of the greatest, not just bands, but boy bands of all time, right? The amount of hits that they did. But he goes, no, fuck, man. And Rock With You comes out, and it fucking changes the face of everything, man. So that's Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder is Michael Jackson, which that may or may not age well.
It depends on how you're gonna take that one, but okay. I'll
Yeah,
let you have that one. No,
yeah.
but like I said, he upheld the whole traditional thing about zombies. I mean, I grew up on horror movies because my mum would watch the Sci-Fi Channel and the Horror Channel 24 hours a day. That is how screwed up I am. I'm sorry. So when it came to the whole like, again, in the brain, the fact that Batista actually explained the entire lore for zombies in the whole film, he upheld the trueness of zombiedom or
Hmm.
whatever you can call it, instead of just kind of creating his own world, which a lot of people kind of have done with like your World War Z's and all your other zombie films, your Resident Evils. Like there are so many different rules now that literally it's been lost. As far as I was concerned, you shoot it in the head, it dies. It was just that simple. And this film did it. That's why for me, I was just like, I love this film.
So I want to ask you, do you think these are shoot zombies or working zombies?
uh I'd call them evolved working zombies. They're not shoot
Hmm.
zombies. They're more intelligent. They're teachable. It was weird how he kind of separated them. Like it was even said, you had the ones that were faster, you had the ones that were able to learn, you had the ones that were evolved to where they basically were humans, and they weren't just kill zombie brain die. They were actually doing stuff, having children, in a relationship. Like they were actually intelligent zombies. It wasn't just the same cookie cutter brains. So I think that they were working universal zombies. These are kind of zombies I'd like to have brunch with. I think they'd be my friends.
But you might be the brunch though.
Um, no, they wouldn't want to feast on my brain. It's just full of wrestling and video games. It's nothing
Well,
interesting.
same question, but the WrestleMania Backlash zombies.
Those zombies can get in the bin. Those zombies made absolutely no sense. There was no need for them to be there. We've got past, like, I don't understand. You have the Thunderdome now. You've got past this whole cinematic stuff. You don't have to do it anymore. We had to do it at a point. We got used to it. It didn't have to happen. Why? Ran over.
Again, the fact that one of the most prominent zombies during that match was we found out because of the internet,
Scotty!
Scotty Too Hottie, right? Who was a member of WWF, former tag team champions of Too Cool. His his partner is no longer with us. The great Brian Christopher Lawler, right? Jerry Lawler's son, right?
Tasteful.
He's super fucking tasteful.
The thing is, as much as everybody is a wrestling fan as in its own self, WrestleMania in a whole is synonymous for having backstage segments and little skits and these all little fun things. Why wasn't that a backstage segment? Why couldn't they just open a chest and a load of zombies like popped out and chased them down the corridor and then the match happened? There was no need. Why were they ringside?
No, that
Why?
did happen. That was before the fucking.
No, it could
that
have
was before the
ended
match.
there. They didn't need to be ringside. There was no need. You can't even explain that to me on paper.
The weird thing that you can't explain is the fact that why is it even fucking being filmed? Shouldn't the fucking cameraman be whatever? There had to be somebody doing unless the zombies had powers and shit like that. But the zombies had more powers than apparently the Fiend and or Bray Wyatt had.
I blame COVID.
Because they could fucking turn the screens, turn all the fans into whatever the fuck background that it was, man.
Yeah, but the Fiend can turn the lights off. So can the Undertaker. That's power.
Right, but so you're saying, so the WrestleMania Backlash zombies in conjunction with the Army of the Dead are less or more powerful than both and or singularly the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, Undertaker.
Well, isn't that what Backlash told me?
Yeah, it is. I got nothing. Yeah,
I'm even gonna
that's
do the
literally what it
emoji. I'm the emoji and just change my top to purple.
is. Yeah, that's it. Fucking hell. As the movie started, did you have somebody? Because obviously somebody's got to make it to the end, right? Who did you have making it to the end originally?
I genuinely thought that Batista and his daughter were at least gonna get away. I thought everybody else was gonna die because drama student, performing arts student. I know the rule of thumb, and you always have the rule. Usually is if the whimsical, like happy character dies, that's when all hell breaks loose. And if you think about it, the whimsical happy character was a German guy, so the moment he was gone, that was when it was all going to crumble. It works the same as Shakespeare, Mercutio. When Mercutio dies in Romeo and Juliet, that's basically when the seals are broken. All hell breaks loose. There you go, education.
I like it. Yeah.
There you go. But I genuinely thought Batista and his daughter were gonna. I didn't expect her to shoot. It was kind of poetic justice because, not poetic justice. It was kind of like a flashback to what she was dealing with her whole life. The fact that he had to kill her mother,
Yeah.
like in front of her. So the fact that she then had to kill him was just like, ow.
Yeah. Which I don't, because she calls him Scott, right? So
Yeah.
was that like like a fuck you to the kind of patriarchal deal, or was that maybe Batista was a stepdad? That part I didn't wasn't clear
She
to me.
did say dad once. She actually
Okay.
did say dad. Dad said dad once, only once. But after that, it was Scott. But I think it was just her being like, "F you, you're not my dad. Your name is Scott."
Oh, I got it. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, you know what's weird, even with that story, is the fact like when they were talking about the sum of money that they were going to get, and he's just like, "Oh, you could go back to school." Who the fuck wants to go back to school or flip burgers or do any fucking thing when there's zombies loose?
You
The
know,
fuck?
and we know that they're all in Vegas. So okay, screw going to Vegas. Whenever. But I'm gonna be a millionaire. Cheers. But the zombies could break out of Vegas. Where we all know they are. Now they're in Mexico. Run,
Yeah.
run. You're close. Run.
And
Wait.
again, the monetary amounts, right? The monetary amounts of somebody working for their living, or this rich, gentleman of Asian descent is sending these motherfuckers into certain doom, right? Why does it matter? Like it, and that's I guess that would be the like my only kind of qualm about it, right? Is like, is it set in present day? Is it? They never really gave context, right? Because like, if it's present day, motherfuckers are talking about Dogecoin. What the fuck is $15 million?
No,
Like,
and they were talking about Siegfried and Roy. See, the last show that Siegfried and Roy did was what, 15 years ago, 12,
mm-hmm,
15 years ago?
mm-hmm.
Like, so that tiger is like old, first of all. And it was the only act that they could mention. Britney's been there for the past 6 years.
Penn and Teller, right?
Penn and Teller, of course. I'm
Fucking
like,
Elton John, Celine Dion. Oh, I would have loved to see a zombie Celine Dion. That'd been great.
they should have done zombie Siegfried
You're
and Roy.
here.
Half of his face missing and shit.
Oh God, that'd be great.
I
Would he be
shouldn't laugh
play-
about that.
I mean, would he be playing piano, theoretically speaking?
Oh no.
Like zombie Elton John would be fucking great.
Candle in the wind, and his jaw just drops off.
Wow. Oh shit.
You can't write this shit any better.
Well, I was, my mom was absolutely fucking pissed. After Princess Di passed away and whatever, and he retooled. The great. Well, for those who know Elton John, it's not him. He sings the songs, but it's Bernie Taupin that is the songwriter, impresario, right? But my mom was pissed. Like, he had to retool a fucking song that was already established. You couldn't just write one for fucking Princess Diana. The fuck?
I know.
She was
I,
pissed.
I didn't know either until I was much older, because obviously I was around when that happened. I'm not showing my age here, but I remember every TV station in the UK was locked off. You couldn't see anything apart from the pictures of that car, the tunnel in France, and all the reports. It was the most sobering moment in my life. I could even Disney Channel had pictures of this car crash. It was just weird. But when I found out that song was I just it's Diana. You couldn't just she was our Rose, and you just didn't you couldn't do a little righty. No, okay, cheers.
I can say that because I'm over here, but fuck Prince Charles with the rusty fishing hook. That silly dopey looking motherfucker. Man, Diana for Camilla? What the fuck are you doing, sir?
I know, right? I always thought that when I was younger. I was like, oh, I'm gonna say I'm here. I live in Scotland, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, I can say it. How, dude? Really? Really?
Yeah.
What was it? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Is that it?
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. God, he needs to get his eyes fixed. Good God.
Maybe he's got cataracts and we just haven't known for years.
The same as the fucking zombie tiger in this film?
Yes, the zombie tiger had cataracts. Yes, that's exactly what happened.
Oh my God, this is great. Okay, so we were talking about, maybe in place of I guess the sacred Roy tiger, that would be a celebrity of its own self. Because, I mean, we wanted to see the fucking tiger. We didn't want to, could give a shit about, these two fucking, in a relationship German dudes. We were like, we want the fucking
Yeah.
tiger, man. We want the
I
fucking
wanted to see the
tiger.
tiger and the zombie baby. I mean, in my head, like when I saw the tweets about the zombie baby, have you played Dead by Daylight?
No.
Oh, or anyone that's played Dead by Daylight, you know the monster is the twins, and one of the basically it's conjoined twins, and one of her twin basically lives in her chest, and it's this little deformed baby thing, and it looked just like, apart from about 10 times bigger, like the baby in the zombie film. And I just wanted that baby to like jump out and start eating people's faces. I was kind of heartbroken that it was dead. It shouldn't be dead because it's dead.
No. Okay. So I love that you brought that up
Ow.
because there's
My
no,
brain.
no. We're gonna go deep into this because
No.
here's the fact of the matter, right? Bride of Chucky, right? When
Okay.
Gal dies, right? And these are non-life forms. These are fucking spiritual, spiritual bad juju that fucking, basically overtake a fucking plastic of a doll, right? They were never meant to be real, but you know, zombies were real. They were, they were humans that got fucked up, right? So, how could you not make the baby alive, but the plastic doll? I know separate fucking universes, but that's what you got. The end of the fucking Bride of Chucky is the baby fucking rah. You got that there, but like a real life, fucking like it used to be somebody, you know.
That's why I was like, why is it dead? Because it's like, well, you just decapitated the mom. The mom clearly is alive. I mean, if you stuck her head back on with some super glue, she'd probably be fine. But the baby was dead, and I was like, but no.
Yeah.
But thank you, Zack Snyder. You're gonna have to change your name, dude. I can't say it. ZS.
Yes, Zack Snyder. So if theoretically speaking, right, if you were to have any celebrity, right, appear in Zombie, like, and I'm talking deceased celebrity, right, and make a cameo in this film, how would you have booked it? Who's your celebrity, or would you have like an ensemble, and what would that ensemble look like?
Hmm. In all honesty, I'm a huge fan of Elvira, Mistresses of Dark, and I generally wanted her to walk out with all of her showgirls in like full zombie get up and do the tassel dance and just probably get their brain shot off. That would have been for me. Or an
Okay.
entire cast of showgirls that literally just along the
Zombie
strip.
showgirl. Yes.
There we go. Along the strip, just tassel dancing, and then just because you saw like the queen, the way that she moved, I was mesmerized. Like she's got to be a dancer or some kind of
Yeah.
gymnast, acrobatist. The way that she was moving to me, like the actress, beautiful. But if they all came out like that, like a load of her zombie, like queen, princessy showgirls, and that would have looked awesome. I personally think they should have had more of Vegas.
Yeah. Well, we
If
saw
that makes
it.
sense.
No. In the opening credits, right? They had. I don't know if it was escorts or what have you, but attacking the guy in the hot tub, right? And fully topless and all that, whatever, right? Maybe those were the showgirls. Maybe
Sure.
that was I guess the fucking Kelly Rowlands and Michelle Williams to the Zombie Queen's Beyonce. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
these are just things, right? But okay, so of let me kind of rephrase it. So of any like deceased celebrity
Mm-hmm.
or a litany of him, like which one would appear in this film if you were kind of at the ear of one Zack Snyder?
Because me thinking pop culture wise, and it's Netflix, so if they could get away with it, they would have done it. Literally an entire cast of the Thriller sound like the Thriller movie and had a make believe Michael Jackson to appear in full zombie get up.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. So I am like a fucking music head, right? Other than the MMA and pro wrestling, whatever. I would have loved to see a zombie Jimi Hendrix. I would have loved to see a
A
zombie
Hendrix?
Yes! Zombie Jim Morrison, Zombie Michael. Oh, I would love to
Zombie
see
Michael.
Zombie Michael and Zombie Prince fucking hash out whatever the fuck was the beef between them.
Yeah, but that's
Right
the
there.
thing. That's why I said Netflix, but would they be able to get away with it?
When you're booking fantasy, there should be no realm of fucking context. No. Like, give him a. Like, I want to see fucking Jerry Garcia fucking smoking a doobie and, like, half an appendage fucking being off because that's what we shot into the fucking, in ash form to the rocket, into the moon. Like, there's a piece of fucking Jerry Garcia in the atmosphere. Good God,
True.
So I want to see him just fucking stone the fuck out. I wanted to see maybe a fucking zombie Princess Diana. Now, obviously, won't age well, but that's it. Like, I want to fucking zombie Kurt Cobain. Like this, like. I want it to be like it's Vegas, right? Like, so you were talking about the showgirls and what have you. Well, I want to see like almost like a fucking like a jam band of all like these deceased fucking Freddie Mercury. How cool would a fucking Freddie Mercury
Okay.
zombie be? Oh, amazing. Just amazing.
To be fair, now that you've said that, there's so many things that they could have done now. Now you're ruining it. No, we should
Oh,
stop talking
sorry.
about it because we're ruining it. No.
I don't know. Now somebody's gonna get the fucking right. Some like Bitcoin millionaire, Dogecoin millionaire, or whatever that has fuck all disposable income, and they're just like, that might be cool.
Let's
Have an
do Zombie
edible.
Vegas.
Yeah, Zombie Vegas. Oh, that should. Oh, that should fucking happen, man. Like, but then again, I also think that maybe because I've just been there in the last 24 hours and whatever, man, there's zombies there already, is what I'm saying.
It's true.
And that was even pre-COVID. I lived there for a year as a kid. North Las Vegas. I'm looking at you, folks. Just
Never been.
yeah.
My friend got married there, but I've never been to Vegas.
It's much nicer now. It's like it's LA light, which is here nor there.
But that's what, like, even in the film, I just expected, especially as a British person, I just expected more Vegas. It wasn't. It seemed like a movie about zombies being in Vegas that was probably shot in like Florida, probably. To me, that's what it was like. There was nothing Vegasy about the entire film. Like, basically, they could have put it anywhere. The fact that it was in Vegas was irrelevant completely to the whole thing. It could have been anywhere. That vault could have been anywhere.
So, I guess to kind of parlay on that, why didn't we get like a fucking a roulette or a blackjack or a slot machine death? I'd have loved to hear a slot machine death.
True.
That'd been awesome.
True. Or even what else is there? They've got like circus and
Seafood?
Cirque du Soleil stuff. Like they would have had flamethrowers and blowtorches and all that other stuff.
Or like a fucking completely gluttonous zombie that's eating all the rest of the fucking buffet and everything like that and whatever, and he's just fucking like the John Leguizamo in Spawn, like that fucking gluttonous motherfucker. Now that everybody else is not there or not living, but he's just like fucking true to the crew that even in the afterlife or lack thereof, he's fucking all in. Like, I am committed to eating this fucking food, zombie or not.
What, like a Jabba the Hutt zombie?
Yeah. And because, Vegas is known for their buffet. Like, well, when I was a kid, $5 got you like, before it became bougie. Now it's like $20, but even still, you get like Vegas buffets, right? There was one at the Rio Hotel where, you know the mall, right? The food court, right? There's some fucking American finger foods and hot dogs and shit for the kids. There's steak. There's, a Mexican place, there's a pizza place or whatever, right? But you have to fucking pay a premium price for such things. Some buffets in Vegas is you slap the fucking entry fee and it's like that and you don't have to fucking pay. And it's as good, if not better, than the actual food court.
Ah.
Korean barbecue, sushi, it's all fucking there, all inclusive, $20. That's what it gets. So you're talking about making it more Vegas. Fuck, I want to see fucking gluttonous buffet zombie.
Army of the Dead 2, you're literally just gonna see a load of obese zombies eating buffet food.
That don't move as well as the zombie queen. So they'd
Yeah,
be
I
like,
mean,
yeah.
remember there were levels. You can have the gluttonous ones, the slightly more athletic ones, and then the superior ones. They're the Caribbean zombies.
The Caribbean zombies. They just smoke.
Yes.
Just smoke. That'd be great. Nate Wren has a question for you, Big Fem Vader. What do the English think of Austin Powers?
As far as I know, we like him. I've always liked Austin Powers. I didn't like Goldmember. I thought they could have done without making that film. I understand that why the film was made. Beyonce, thank you. But the first one, Spy Who Shagged Me, the second one, good ones, but the last one, no. But as far as I'm concerned, British people do actually like him. And we
Okay.
do brush our teeth. Look, lights.
Yeah.
And they're real.
So, I mean, what if... Okay. Do you like Austin Powers? What if the cryogenics that they basically had him in fucked up, right? And it infused zombie blood. What does zombie Austin Powers look like if booked by Big Fem Vader Ayesha Raymond?
For some reason, I'd make him have an afro just because. But Zombie Austin Powers, booked by Ayesha Raymond, will go up against myself. I'd powerbomb him, but the moment I powerbombed him and he hit the floor, his body would basically spontaneously combust into dust.
Wow. See,
No more. Austin
you're saying that we're basically gonna do Austin Powers zombies, right? Like all of the fucking whatever, and you book them against the Thriller zombies in a fucking war games. That's what you do.
No, just Michael. You'd book Austin against Michael. They'd try and do the darts, and then Michael would just literally spin kick him, and it'd be over.
And where does this zombie matchup take place? If you were to book an arena for this,
A Brooklyn. I'm trying to think. Brooklyn vampire. How do I change the Punjabi prison match into something vampire-esque?
you make
Brooklyn graveyard match. There we go.
okay.
It's basically gates of like a graveyard. There's 2 enclosed gates, and in the middle is a ring of fire. Because zombies hate fire.
That's almost like fucking Johnny Cash, man. He was, he kind of let us into that. Oh, you know what? You do that shit at Celebrity Deathmatch, old school MTV, fucking claymation. It's gonna be way better with fucking Mills Lane. Let's get it on and fucking Stone Cold hosting that shit like claymation Stone Cold. Fuck
There you
yeah,
go.
that's where you do that.
MTV Adult Swim, book me. I am available for anything right now.
Just say- Except for fucking adverts or hiring for McDonald's.
Yes, because I don't do fast food. Sorry.
That's me, apparently. I had White Castle for the first
Not that
fucking
way.
time.
What's
was-
White Castle?
Do you know the fucking movie Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle?
Oh yeah, that film. That's a real thing. I didn't think that was a real restaurant. I just thought it was a movie.
No, that
Oh,
is absolutely, and it's usually on the Eastern Seaboard, so New York, Philadelphia, like that stuff, like where, Vince McMahon's dad, basically ran his operation, Capital Wrestling, whatever. Those places that ran the shows probably have White Castles, right? But
Is it that good to drive across states?
Well, I didn't go across for White Castle, but then I got into State Line. And I saw the fucking White Castle, like this portion of the highway and the cleanup sponsored by White Castle. And I went, Nothing mattered after that. I was hell bent, and I didn't eat. Like, and there was this from going to California to Vegas and what have you. There's like this place, Barstow. No, fuck. I want to say it's Barstow or Baker, someplace in fucking the edge, right where there's the world's largest thermometer, right? There's the world's largest thermometer. There is alien jerky, right, at this place, but yeah, it was. I didn't eat. I fucking didn't eat at all, like at all. So when I saw that damn, you know, and it was like a 4 hour drive, right? So when I saw that White Castle, man, that shit was manna from heaven. That was like, whew, I was in. I was
No,
in.
but no, but no, I generally didn't think it was a real thing. I thought it was just TV.
It is in, and so like little dinner rolls, right? Do you guys have those there? Like the King's Hawaiian little
Oh,
bread?
the breakfast rolls.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, we do.
Okay. So think of like a thin meat patty with grilled onions, right? And cheese in one of those some bitches. And you could buy a case, like a fucking like briefcase.
So,
Oh, fuck this. Yeah, go talk. I'll show you. Hold on.
so it's just basically like a really cheap barbecue bun. I'm trying to. He hasn't got it. This will be where he shows you that he's a complete fat child, an ex-fat child probably. And I don't condone this. As I told you, I don't eat fast food. My body is a temple. I treat it as such. I don't know whether it's actually going to show me, but I genuinely thought White Castle was like not even a thing. I thought it was only on Harry and Kumar's, and I genuinely only watched that film about a year and a half ago. That's how bad I am. Is it going to make me feel uncomfortable this whole time? Come back! The people are watching me. I'm uncomfortable. He's actually still got a case. You are. I just told people how this will show you how you're a fat child.
So, this is this.
You kept it.
No,
There's more in there. Oh wow.
each of these contains one teeny tiny hamburger. And I made a mess of the fridge. So, but yeah. Oh fuck! Why not have a fucking Harold and Kumar fucking
So we don't get one. He's just gonna be horrible and show them to us on camera.
If long distance dedication.
Everyone unsubscribe now. Unsubscribe. Unfollow, unsubscribe.
Wow, that's pretty fucked up. White Castle is one of the best foods you can eat or drink when you're drunk or hungover. That's why they have a bunch of them all at the same time.
Yeah, but so is a massive steak.
Okay.
When I'm hungover, for some reason, I feel the need to cook, so I just literally start cooking. It taste disgusting, but I feel the need to cook.
They're pretty simple and delicious, especially for drinking. No, 100%. Yeah, no. These things, I wasn't drunk or anything because I had a 4.5 hour drive back. But yeah, it was great. It's fucking great. So much so that again, I literally put it on ice, and I brought it back with me to California.
Would you be a zombie for White Castle? Would you be a White Castle zombie?
Fuck yeah, I would. Like, not even thinking about it. Not even fucking thinking about it. I'll have the little White Castle. Well, now, am I an employee, or do I become my own kind of volition of being this fucking gluttonous fucking zombie?
You'd be the gluttonous zombie. You're the zombie in Army of the Dead 2.
Life.
White
goals.
Castle Strikes Back.
Life goals. God. Well, speaking of, right? You know what would be an interesting take? If we had, because we've kind of got it in recent years. They have the Cobra Kai series, right? Kind of flipping the whole, and there had been like YouTube sleuthers that were like, no, the fucking Karate Kid was actually a fucking bad guy. He's an asshole and whatever. And then we saw it in play out in the series Cobra Kai, right? So with that
Hmm.
all being said, I would love for maybe a Zack Snyder. He doesn't have to be the second iteration, but maybe the director's cut, and we see it from the point of view of the zombies, because there's more questions and answers, right? What was the relationship? Were the zombie king and queen together before they became zombies? Did they, you know, like whatever? What is a zombie king and queen date? You know, or did they just automatically become the king and queen? Was there like a rite of passage that they had to fucking go through? Because we saw it in Coming to America, you know, the
Yeah.
to America with the the illegitimate bastard son of King Akeem, right? So what was the process? Like, did they have to? Is there like a zombie boss that you have to apply? Like, I want to be king, I want to be queen, and
Was
whatever.
there
And
really a deal? I mean, they looked like they were going to leave them alone until they killed the queen, basically. From
yeah,
their point of view, like the humans are the villains here. They're actually going to leave them alone. Like
right.
let them walk into their town. Like from their point of view, I want to know the story from. Like I would have been pretty pissed too if someone killed, decapitated my partner.
Yeah, no, 100%. So I'm just like, what in the I would love to see the zombies sake because I think, I personally think that there's a lot of meat on the bone left, which is weird, kind of euphemism to use for zombies, but it's here nor there. But I would like to see a zombie, POV of such a thing because I think it could get interesting, and I think it might even dwarf what we love and think about this movie. Like I think it would be even like greater appeal of having the zombies. And I don't know
Yeah.
if there's been a zombie hero film because they've always been booked as the heels.
Does the
Like what?
monsters count?
But there was not a zombie. Like
Oh yeah, it's not fierce.
yeah, because
Herman wasn't a
her.
zombie. Yeah.
Yeah, he was the Frankenstein. Grandpa was the fucking vampire, Wolf Boy, and then that kind of what is it? Like the gal in the Universal films horror or whatever.
Yeah.
That was that. And then you had the daughter that was just fucking normal supposedly, right? Um, yeah, so they not a zombie there. Yeah, man. Like somebody should book this shit. Somebody
Actually, true.
should.
There is a story there.
Yeah, because
Trademark it
walking.
before somebody does. You're online,
I
dude.
don't. I don't have enough like give a shit.
I
Like I
have not
remember.
give a shit.
Yeah, because I in my head I'm booking like what would like Eddie Bravo versus Carl Gotch look like in All Japan or All Japan, but also EBI rules like fucking or combat jujitsu where we can open hand slap the shit out of each other. Like I want to. That's the shit that I want to see. What would Nakamura versus Boz Rutan, look like? You know, circa '97.
Weirdly
You know,
enough, I've always wanted to see Eddie and Del Rio. Probably a name that you should
as a
never
shoot.
say. Yeah, of course. Because Eddie would fuck him up.
Yeah, which speaking of shoots, you mentioned, or I don't know if we mentioned it, but I went to a show, outdoor show on Sunday, and somebody who might have shot with Del Rio, if the news wires are true, but the Carlistico, the former Mystico and original Sin Cara, was on the show and actually got into a fucking shoot fight.
Well,
No, for
did he
real.
win?
So no, no. So what basically happened? This was speaking of Boz Rutan and what have you. This was actually a pro wrestling like pan craze kind of offshoot, right? Kind of similar to the we there's the shoots, almost like Josh Barnett's Bloodsport, right? And that was the first couple matches. And then you had Lucha, right? Well, one of the fucking legit jujitsu practitioners that trains with Liz Carmouche and in San Diego, right? And he's their middleweight champion. Uh, well, he was 8 sheets to the wind by the time the main event of it was like a 6-man tag, but the captains of the teams are Carlistico and Mephisto, right? And you know, Carlistico's doing his spots and everything like that, and then what ended up being like the fucking go home spot or whatever, the legit shoot fighter fucking jumps in the apron and whatever with the beer in hand and the belt.
Wow.
And the owner is like, "What the fuck are you doing?" or whatever. And then, yeah. So, shoot, man, shoot. I was there for that. That was awesome.
Oh, see, you got to see one. I haven't even seen a shoot fight in ages. I haven't seen a fight in ages. I haven't seen people make contact with other people in a very long time.
Like
in person.
Oh, you mean in person? Because I'm like, there's a fucking. I'll send you some links.
Oh yeah, in person.
Okay. Yeah, because I get like most of my day is watching people get fucked up. Like, yeah, whether it be fail videos with my son, some crazy shit somebody will send me on Instagram or whatever the fuck, or just loving. We love combat sports. People inherently get fucked up, right? Like,
It's true.
yeah, which is again like this zombie thing, right? Which I don't think anybody was cheering for anybody to get fucked up, other than those two douchey fucking security guys. And it's
Yeah.
weird that they made both of the douchebags security guards.
I know. Of forces of law, and you're supposed to hate them the most.
But then
Political
again,
much?
I'm not wishing it upon them, but like if Zack Snyder was being accosted, right, at home or office or whatever, who's he calling? Some sort of law enforcement, right?
True.
Just saying. And not that I'm not saying, you know, what Ice-T said in a particular body count punk song. I'm not saying that, but I'm just. Are there douchebags that happen in every kind of iteration? Yeah, there are. Doesn't matter the title, doesn't matter the job, doesn't matter the amount of money, lack thereof. You're just gonna get those, you know. But you know, we didn't. I don't think we got that here in, you know, in the Zach deal. Other than those two fucking assholes. Oh, you mentioned the Batista's daughter, right? Well, there's so much to unpack, right? Because like she loses her mom, loses her dad, right? But her whole identity wasn't so like I'm this like it became less of her helping the fucking people, right? Because you know, if you're that like hung up on like what happened with your parents and shit like that as a grown adult, you try to fucking figure things out in other realms that would take your thing away from it. It became less about her fucking helping the people and saving the one, you know, the lady of the kids' mom and whatever. But it became about just the fucking weird shit about. And it was even weird when Batista was like, whoa, like she told him why she was mad, right? And he was like, I didn't know that was the reason. I thought it was just because I killed your mom and stabbed her in the fucking head when she turned zombie-like.
And she's like, yeah, I was angry about that, but this too. I'm like, wait, but no. I didn't like you because of that, and also
I guess it was an asterisk, right? I guess you're allowed that. Like, and wait, it's like a fucking infomercial. Wait, there's more. Wait, there's more. You know, but yeah. So out of the, because you're a much more of a zombie movie connoisseur than I, where would you rate this thing?
see, I looked at the IMDb and I looked at the Rotten Tomatoes, and I think they've rated it around 7-ish. To me, I think it's an 8 or a 9. Like, I wouldn't give it a straight 10 because there are some character flaws. Like, literally, you could have got rid of the daughter, and the story would have made just as much sense as it would have before. She didn't need to be in it. Her whiny voice didn't have to be around like jarring. But I'd give it an 8 or a 9. 8.5. That's mine.
Okay. Okay. Um. See, I don't like reading things because like you like what you like. So if you liked it, fuck what any website or what is it, fucking media person, whatever the fuck, like I'm not a media person, folks. I'm a interviewer podcaster. I'm not trying to get any fucking scoops. Those shit on anyone. So there's a difference.
Broaden your horizon.
Oh fuck them. No, I'm good. Um, but what kind of zombie would Big Fem Vader be?
I would literally be the zombie in the gym. Like I would be huge. I'd be huge like She-Hulk, but I'd be eating brains all the time. So it's protein and I'd be working out. So I'd be a beast.
Could Okay, so with the intellect or lack thereof of a person before they passed away, right? With that, because like you could get a you piece of beef, right, or chicken, right, because that animal wasn't astute or on the right side of the genetic pool, whatever, right? So what I want to know is, would if you were to eat brains of a dumb person as
That
this
make you dumb.
theoretical zombie, would you become dumb?
In theory, no, because it's just protein. I don't think like the neurons don't get transferred over through digestion, do they?
You are what you eat.
That's true. Maybe. So you're saying that when I become a zombie, I should just murder like intelligent people? He said it. I didn't say
Jesus
it.
Christ.
He said it. So
That's
if it
where we went.
happens,
That's where we went. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Nate Red says that's my segue. If I were a zombie, I'd like to be like Herman Munster from the Munsters.
see, they thought he was a zombie as well, but we are wrong. He is Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I don't know. I don't like zombies, so I wouldn't be one. I would try not to. And if it was like, I'd be, it's like what maybe an atheist believes, right? Like, there's no after. Like, if I get bit, like, I wouldn't have any say one way or another because like, my former self is gone, right?
That's true.
So it's like the Boys to Men's song. It's the fucking end of the road. But I can let go. Like, I'm gone. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Oh no, the poor German
Yeah.
dude. Oh, no.
And that's the way that it actually had to happen, right? Like, giving, like, who'd have thought we would have had an underdog story too in that? Like, there was so many stories there. Like, what was the relationship between the first, chola looking gal and whatever, that was different from, the friend that bails on him when they're in the fucking meeting. Like,
Yeah.
what was it? Did they have a romantic relationship? Was it his sister? Was like what? Like there was more questions than answers, but you cared enough about the characters to want an answer, right? If it was one way, like Randy the Ram and the fucking wrestler, right? If so, one of the reasons why I hate that fucking movie is they didn't tell you an ending, right? Because
No, that's
I
the point. You're supposed to. In my head, he's alive. He hit that
You-
splash 1, 2, 3.
I'm watching this as an entertainment, right? My brain turns off. My emotions get turned to 272, right? But my brain goes shut off. You entertain me. That's what this is. Now, if I have to fucking do that job for you, I'm directing the whole fucking film.
I want my money back. I bet you walked out of the cinema like, I want a refund. God damn it.
Well, I don't feel bad. I got a bootleg version of it.
Don't admit that one lie. Dude, they'll shut off your internet. He got a bootleg version. I was invited to one of the premieres in Britain. So I saw it.
I'm just saying. I'm a guy who never worked at shows. No, man. So this was good. Am I going to go down a fucking wormhole of Walking Dead? Probably not. But for what this was, is good. Like I want, things like this. Obviously, there's an additive that we did this show right to watch it. You're talking to a guy where like I saw the first Matrix, and after the fucking bug gets zapped out of Neo, I thought that was really fucking cool. But I fell asleep, and I tried to watch it 6 more times. Fell asleep at the exact same fucking part.
Oh,
I I'm not like for me, wrestling is told in the ring, right? Or a cage. Like that's it. And the story leading up to it. That's real stakes, real highs, real lows, all of it. Right? So to me that's the most kind of succinct, palatable, at least for me. And it always has been. I've tried to I'm gonna watch a cartoon because everybody's watching it or whatever. Like I don't know the fuck out of Family Guy or Simpsons. I fucking don't know. Like anything beyond wrestling and MMA and music.
so when Vince McMahon said he makes movies, were you just like,
You
why?
don't make movies. It's shit. Even the movies that you make are shit. How can you have the WWE studios, right? Because the Marine, any one of them is a box office smash, right?
I remember when I walked into Poundland after school one day and I saw it in Poundland. It's like, wow,
Wow.
Poundland.
Wait, what is Poundland?
Poundland is a whimsical place here in the UK. Basically, you can get whatever you want, and it only costs £1. So you can get like phone cases and all that other stuff. It's basically like a broke person's. No, it's not. It's a good place to shop.
Okay.
Loads of convenient things under one roof for £1, like £1. And the Marine DVD was there in stacks. And I remember a stack of it being there, selling for £1 each, as well as Mariah Carey's Butterfly.
That should be half off. God. Oh. You know what's funny? Because, just context, right? Because, like, you know, I'm not going to ask you to say it, but, in a British Commonwealth or in Britain, what's a cigarette? It's not a
It's
cigarette,
no, it's
right? We
not.
won't, we won't, we won't say
Oh,
it, right? What is a cat,
oh
right?
yeah.
We won't say it. But, so when you were like, Poundland, I was like, porno.
Porno. Porno. No, no, it's not that place. Trust me, it's not that kind of place.
That is,
No.
I mean, that's not here or there, but like, I was just like, that's funny, and I hope it meant what I thought you were going with, but even still, I wouldn't have
No,
gotten.
you just ruined it
Man,
completely.
is this place still around?
It's a thing. I can send you a screenshot later when I get to my phone.
I want a T-shirt. I want a piece of fucking merch from Powerland. This
I
is
will give you a bag. You have to pay for
okay.
them now, so I'll send you a
Yes.
bag.
Oh, this is amazing. Like, do you know that there's the CFL, the Canadian Football League?
Hmm.
Do you know they have a team that represents Saskatchewan, Canada?
No,
Do you know what the name of said team is?
no.
The Rough Riders.
Oh, please tell me that their T-shirt is amazing. What is the
No,
logo?
it's like the fucking. It's just like a fucking weird like crest or insignia. It's not
Oh,
even whatever.
they could have taken that places. That could have been a meme.
Yeah, because I think it's like a S. Let's see. Uh, what is it? CFL Rough Rider. Yeah. Okay. So it's just an S. It's just a fucking S with like squiggly arrows. Like it's a white S with like a green backing with like things going across. And you know how I knew about this?
How?
Julie Hart, the ex-wife of one Bret the Hitman Hart, for whatever reason, we were MySpace friends for a time. And her post would be like, "Go Rough Riders," and I was like, "Huh." And And this is right around the time that Brett's book came out. And again, Brett is my hero, but some of the shit, holy fuck, Brett, right? I mean, literally, right? Holy fuck. So I just thought it was kind of fun that his ex-wife, Rough Riders, is her team.
I say nothing
Okay.
as I slowly move into the darkness.
Yeah. No.
Far away.
So yeah, I mean, there's like I want to see a number two of this fucking movie, man. I think that'd be cool. Or you know, since Zack Snyder's big on the director's cut, let's do a director's cut of this, but a zombie point of view. That's what I want to see from this. The exact same story, but I want to see it from the fucking point of view of the zombies and whatever. Because I think that might be completely enthralling.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, like the zombies were not the villains in this film. They would take their trust was broken, and they just fought back. That's what happens.
I like it. I like it. Fuck yeah. So that is the review of the Army of the Dead. Shit yeah. Ayesha, where can folks find you on the socials?
On the social medias, if you just type in Big Fem Vader to every social media platform you can possibly find, you will get this beautiful face, as well as Fierce Females Wrestling and Fierce Females Glasgow.
Absolutely. And you might, if you're looking for such things, you might find it in the description of said podcast. So, you know, I kind of did the guessing work and took it away from you. So you guys can just do that, man. And I'm According to Woods, and I do stuff like this. So According to Woods across the board, it's either podcasts or fucking memes, because I'm a wretched fucking soul. I like it.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true, man. And actually, I think it's a good fucking time.
Is he bringing out the belt again? Are we going to see the belt again?
No belt. But for the first time ever, this is a bit of a debut. The newest number of my family.
You just ruined my gimmick by making me mark out to Alpago in the air. How am I gonna get booked now? I'm not scared. I'm no longer scary. No, put it away.
Cut a promo on this fucking pug.
I can't do it. It's too cute. It's too beautiful. Look at his face.
Yeah, Pugsley.
His name is Pugsley.
No, so Pugsley is the big. He's the male. I'm thinking she's a female, so I'm thinking Darla, like the Little Rascals. But Pugsley got his name because he's joining Adam's family. Pugsley, he's a pug. So there you go.
Send me one.
Okay.
A box.
It might be a zombie by the time it gets to you.
That's fine. Peter, don't come for me. Give me the box.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So there's the debut. Just to kind of, aw, I love you too.
It's not fair.
I've always wanted one.
So have I.
Yeah. Well, I delivered one to my brother-in-law because he said the same thing. So, yeah. Well,
anybody want to send me a dog? Like,
there you go. Get that on the social medias. Drop dog pictures in the DMs. Not dong pictures in the DMs. Because that's fucked up. Fucked up, guys. Fucked up.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Just saying. But yeah, we will see you guys later. But yeah, go ahead and subscribe to the podcast. Follow everything that she's doing. And yeah, here's Zeta Zhang.
Hey, this is Zeta Zhang. Make sure